Agatha all along, they did change this many, many times over, right? Is it woke shit or is it going to be good? I don't know, right? I don't know. I could really go either way on it. But even if it's not woke shit, I just don't think it'll be for me. Although Audrey Plaza is good. I do like Audrey Plaza in pretty much everything. She was great in Legion, right? So again, before the firing of all the woke producers at Marvel, I would have said, well, obviously this is going to be unwashable trash, right? I just don't think there's anything you can do to fix it. I don't know. Wouldn't it be great if they do? I'm just crazily optimistic, right? Oh, they got a Beetlejuice article. Oh, we'll look at that on Saturday, maybe. To tie into the thumbnail, right? Oh, man. The editor is such a dweeb. I'm sorry, right? Look, if you look like this in real life, and that's your picture, you're a dweeb, mate, okay? You're just, like, really? Put this picture up. You're not this kid anymore. This 25-year-old kid who was maybe 22-year-old kid. Now you're like, you're in your 40s and you look it, right? You look it. He's over in the memory TARDIS. The memory TARDIS, again, if they hadn't have spoiled that, would have actually been a big deal. But because they spoiled it, nobody gave a shit. It's just, again, every decision this new production made has been a bad one. Amazingly so. Right? It's like they're batting at a zero, other than Millie Gibson, and then they fired her, right? Come back. There we go. Let's look at the ransom raves. Agatha all along is a breath of fresh air, fresh full air. Alien Romulus is everything I wanted from an Alien movie. Hits a reason. I don't think it was a hit. I don't think it was woke shit. And I think it was more of an Alien theme park ride than a movie. The first half hour to 45 minutes was a story, but then it became like an experience. So, like, with all the greatest hits of Alien, and it stopped being a story. On paper, the Penguin wouldn't seem to be my kind of show. Well, as I couldn't stand the Batman, I was like, oh god, play Batman Begins at half speed with the lights turned down, right? With the brightness turned down, right? That's basically the same thing. I didn't like Robert Pattinson Batman. I didn't particularly like Colin Farrell's the Penguin, right? And I'm so mad because I love Colin Farrell and I love the Penguin, right? You put them together and they're going to go, no, we're not giving you anything that looks like either Colin Farrell or the Penguin. Well, why get Colin Farrell to play the fucking Penguin if you're not going to have him look like either Colin Farrell or the Penguin? Oh, I don't want to see like some weird Sopranos-looking dude with a knobbly nose. But after seeing episode 1, I can't wait for it. Oh god, you are such a star fucker cunt. That's the episode 1. Oh god, just dropping nonchalantly. Come on, UK cinemas. The popcorn buckets and assorted items you can buy in the US are brilliant. Plus more money for you. That's it. Finally, we agree. I didn't know they didn't sell them there. Right? Been hammering away with the silent running soundtrack since buying an old copy of vinyl. Very restful. I've been watching what's it called again? Napoleon Director's Cut. I actually got a month's subscription to Apple TV Plus for it. It's really good. I like the 2-hour version. I like the 3.5 hour version even more. 2.5 hour version. I like the 3.5 hour version even more. Man, Vanessa Kirby is fantastic. You know what shit though? Oh god, so shit. I've been meaning to talk about this for a while. The Watchmen cartoon. All that did when I was watching it is make me realize how much I like the Zack Snyder version. Because everything I'm looking at going, well, that was done better in the Zack Snyder version. That was done better in the Zack Snyder version. That was done better in the Zack Snyder version. And like everything. I don't know. Fine. If you, it really doesn't warrant a review in FFX. But if you got to love BF, but you've got to love the BF5 for putting together a Blu-ray of Vincent Price's 971's Cookery Show, Cookery Price-wise. No. Cooking what is that? I've got to find out more. I want that. Cooking Price Wise. What is that? Holy crap, it's real. Yeah, Vincent Price is an interesting guy. I want that. Oh God, I've got to get that. How much is it? $16.99. Done. Take my money. Oh, take my money. That sounds awesome. Well done, impairment, right? You actually bought something I like. If you're still on Twitter, well, we call it X nowadays, I strongly recommend @DailyTomBaker. It's a particularly delightful whenever they tweet a photo of Tom signing books with BB. Somebody sent that to me yesterday. Yeah, let me see if I find it. We'll go x.com. What's this? Daily Tom Baker. Tom Baker. I'll follow that. Yeah, I want a bit of Daily Tom Baker. Well, somebody sent me a picture of him at a signing, which was awesome. Because he was doing a signing. Yeah, that looks like he was doing something at a signing that he did to me when I was a young whippersnapper. It's not as bad as it sounds, right? They're just like we're not talking like Rolf Harris territory now. Yeah, what's it? Where is it? Let me pull up the picture. Somebody sent to me on Facebook. Here we go. Doink. So I go over there and then go with Google Chrome. They should do the trick. There you go. Tom Baker being awesome, as always. So I remember him doing that to me. 100%. I would like when I was at Fagan's Bookshop in Mill Hill, right? Give us Tom Ellis or Chris Marshall doctors. Maybe I'd like to go with somebody like less unexpected, right? And I think that's one of the great things about Matt Smith, that I never heard of him before, and he was wonderful, right? I don't know. Just not somebody who's going to bang on about being queer or black or whatever. I don't care. Quite really, the forthcoming Doctor Who season includes the US document Making Silver Nemesis is a bit shit. I've been fretting about bidding my VHS copy for the last decade. I do actually kind of want to see it. Maybe I'll go see it tomorrow. See if I can talk my wife into it. Looking forward to the 20th anniversary of Shaun of the Dead coming to cinema. Oh, I can understand that. Rants. Stop canning my favorite shows. Bye-bye, Halo. Wait, Halo... Wasn't that the game show that was awful? The Halo TV show that was like nothing. Yeah, this was nothing like the bloody game. Like Master Chief took the. I keep calling him Master Chef. Master Chief kept taking off his helmet. It was shit, right? Why did you like that? Looking forward to the 26th. Okay, fine. Rants. Very sad to hear that David Lynch has emphysema. He's doing okay, but it means he's effectively housebound now. So we're unlikely to get another full-length feature of him. Kids smoking isn't cool. It is, though. Found a total treasure in the Bath Book Fair. A book on King Kong with an inscription by Fay Ray. Good for you, Nick Sheffield, right? On behalf of herself and Kong reader, I bought it. Well, that sounds awesome. I've always loved the graphic design of the great ITC shows. So enjoyed Jazz Wiseman's book, ITC Entertain the World. It's a feast of... Let's have a look at that. ITC Entertained the World book. Have a look on Amazon. I guess that's a place to go. Can we see the interior of it? Maybe. I don't know, but you get batteries. Wow, it's only $10. I might get that. Yeah, let's see if I can find some actual images from it. Oh, nice. Okay, I'm starting to like this. Yeah, copy link location, copy image address. Yeah, doink. Let's have a look at that in more detail. Man, I'm so bummed that Big Finish destroyed their Space 1999, right? I was really kind of enjoying that. Them and bloody Brexit. Oh, I can never get over it. Yeah, man, I want that book. $10, I think I might get it. Now, Tara Bennett, the US editor, lives in LA, woke as fuck. Like, woke as fuck. Let's. I can see it's still about Lord of the Rings. Let's. You've got to be woke as fuck not to hate Lord of the Rings. The Rings of Power. Season 2, Lord of the Rings of Power. That's fantastic, and it's really my high fantasy films. Just you, darling. Nobody else is watching it. It's got 50% drop off from last year, and nobody watched it last year. Missing the Arondir and the Browin of it, but I'm not a Tolkien person. But that's life for you. The post said it's posted on the first, so unload everything. Halloween, out. Halloween baking championships. Okay, whatever. She likes Halloween, right? Okay. So they're saying they're using this to reboot the whole Star Wars universe, this Lego show. I don't see it happening, right? When's it coming out? 13th. Next Friday, right? I don't see it happening. And I don't really like these Lego shows either. Mother Knows Best. What's this? Never Let Go and Sit on 27th. I don't know. Look. Here's the trouble with the world we live in right now. When I see a black cast, I assume the movie's not going to be good, and I never did that before. Well, I assume them because I assume they're hired because of their skin color. And not their ability, right? So because that's how people do it. Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Who in Avengers Doomsday, directed by Russo Brothers. That does sound like a good idea of turning things around. They're never going to apologize, right? Which is a big mistake. If they did, man, would they get support back? They would. If MCU or Doctor Who or Star Trek or Marvel, right, turned around and said, we've had a few years where we were ideologically captured. We were really had the best of intentions, but now we see we made a terrible mistake. We've spoken about you terribly. We've disrespected the audience. We are sorry. We are sorry, and it's back to business as normal of entertaining you, right, and giving you what you want to be entertained. I think. Could you imagine how? And you did. And let's say they did that before they released Picard season 3. It would have changed everything. I mean, you still had the shit Discovery and everything, but it would have changed literally everything. Nine Inch Nails to score Tron Errors. I'm kind of excited by that a little bit. I like the last Tron movie. I like the first one as well. Brad Bird directing The Incredibles 3. Well, okay, why? Alexandra Agius, he left to bring us a New York set sequel to Gatorfic Crawl. I guess it's one of these people. Okay, whoever. I want to be clear. I have no idea if whatever this is good or bad. But they just conditioned me to have a black cast means you're probably going to get crap. Alex Perez at the helm of a movie of Karen Capek's 1920 play RUR, which is where the robots were invented. Alex Perez is actually, he's got an interesting career. He does a lot of good and a lot of shit. Alex Perez, how do you spell his name again? Proyas. And don't tell me he did The Crow. Shit, man. Okay, that's not good, mate. That is not good. Let's have a look at his IMDb. Let's see what he's directed. Because he's again done some really good stuff, done some really bad stuff. Book of Dream, don't know what that is. It's a short. Dark City, I thought was excellent. 98, I really enjoyed that. Garage Days, I don't think I ever saw it. Best of In Excess. iRobot, I thought was pretty good as well. Knowing, I thought was great until the ending. Course of Egypt was. That's what now he's in a shit phase, right? That really was unbelievable shit. And then there's Box from 2022. Oh, so another show. Because of Egypt was again, it was your traditional schlocky dark system. What was that? Another short. Schlocky sand and sorcery movie. Yeah. It had the guy from Game of Thrones in it. One who lost his hand. Josh O'Connor is in the frame for Steven Spielberg's USO film, reportedly titled The Dish. Zoe Saldana, who I do not find attractive. I don't know why. I just don't find her attractive. Joined the voice scholar Pictures SF movie Ilio. David F. Sandberg to direct a big screen adaptation of the video game Until Dawn. Never played it. James Wan rumored to be directing Creature on the Black Lagoon remake. Well, I thought his what's the name movie wasn't that bad. Aquaman. It wasn't great, but it wasn't that bad. And he seems to know what he's doing with underwater stuff. So that's probably why he's in the frame. Marvel's first family movie is called Fantastic Four First Steps. Oh, look, baby collectors. Again, are they trying to turn... even they turn things around. Can they ever do it? Oh, God. Again, I look at both of them and go, oh, like, why are you taking a shit on everything I love? Calvin Scott, who's a good writer, bringing Master Kanaka comics in a one-shot. Oh, he's the Wookiee Jedi from The Acolyte, which they're freaking out about. We're in trouble. And he got a 50th anniversary Star Trek. It's interesting they put Michael Burnham right at the back there. Oh, God, they got the lower decks people. Who's the doggy? I don't know. Who has a doggy? I bet this is going to be... I don't know. Probably it's going to be shit, isn't it? When you have two writers, it's always beyond me. Like, why does it take two of you to write this? Look, the artwork over there, the interior artwork actually looked pretty good. The Camera Never Lies. Strange Darling Incident. No idea. It looks like another horror flick. Bruce Campbell voicing Ash in an animated version of Evil Dead. Oh, I'm up for that. Man, I am up for that. Tawny Newsom and Justin Simeon writing a live-action Star Trek comedy series set in the 25th century. Oh, fuck off. Look. Tawny Newsom, you go away. Stop. You're really shit at Star Trek. Your character was the worst character I've ever seen in Star Trek. It actually worse than Michael Burnham. Jensen Ackles, that's the guy who played Soldier Boy in The Boys. And Aya Cash starring a Vault Rising Prime Video's prequel to The Boys. Expanding that universe is a good idea. The Generation Z stuff, I thought generally speaking, was excellent. Right, I really like that show. What's this? Rob Mercado and Tig Notaro have enlisted in series regulars Star Trek Starfleet Academy. Yeah, at least it doesn't have Tilly as as a regular. It's got a good cast, man. It actually only had. It's got Holly Hunter, Paul Giamatti, Robert Picardo. It has a pretty darn good cast. Will it be good? Maybe. I don't know. Dan Stevens, I love Dan Stevens. Stars in season 3 of The Terror, based on Victor LaVille's novel, The Devil in Silver. I've never heard of that. Okay. Peacock abandoned development on Sam Esmail's Battlestar Galactica reboot. Thank fuck for that. Right? Oh, thank fuck for that. Hudson tends to voice Peter Parker in the animated series Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. Don't care. Matt Berry, who I always love. They're doing season 2 of Citadel. Citadel was great for the first episode, and then it kind of just went off the rails as it went along. I did think the woman in it was super hot, though. I can't remember her name. The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina showrunner Robert Roberto Robert Aguirre Sacasa developing a horror comedy, Bat Boy, with One Piece's Joe. I don't really care about anything. I've got to send somebody a message. Maybe they just sent me a message. Hang on. 1 second. Let me see. Doink. What? Oh, it's so hard to type without saying what I'm doing. Oh, boomering it. Okay. Oh. Doink. Fine, let's go forward. What else we got? Those 70s shows. I'm just really bummed that they destroyed the Blake 7 at not Blake 7, the Space 1999 at Big Finish. So they're doing these, like, are they books on tape or are they books? I know. James Swallow is back and takes a trip back in novellas. Okay, but they're also audios, aren't they? I believe. And this is supposed to be like season 3 of Space 1999. I look. This is the big news from this month, right? This was the big news. Oh, what's that? Listen, now I just got to put a thumbs up. Doink. Yeah, this Blake server looks like I've got it already ordered. I cannot wait. This is going to be awesome, right? I mean, I will be very surprised if it's not awesome. Where are we up to? I like the Jaws Lego. What else we got? Halloween Horror Nights, Ghouls. I don't care. I guess if you're in Universal, why? Actually, I'm really intrigued. I'm surprised Universal's hasn't. Well, it's probably too expensive to build in England, right? I'm surprised they haven't done like a European theme park like Disney did, right? I'm really surprised about that. Never saw Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. I don't know, just like I had it to watch. I just couldn't be bothered, right? I could not be bothered. Conan is crossing over the other Robert Lee Howard comic. That's actually quite a good idea. I mean, it depends how they're doing it, who's reading it. What Conan Battle of the Black Zone issue 1 out now, apparently. Out yesterday. Conan the Cult of Sedina Moon, 9th of November. It does have a good Conan feel to it. I mean, it really does. I thought they were doing like a pulp Conan magazine in black and white, which for me, I thought sounded really interesting, right? What other Robert E. Howard stuff? And when I realized what was going to be, I'm like, oh yeah, of course. But like, I mean, again, artwork looks pretty solid. It's a weird idea taking Conan out of like prehistory. More 2000 AD. I really haven't had much to do with 2000 AD since I cancelled my subscription because it got to the point where you had 5 strips in an episode and 4 of them were all female orientated, right? It just got boring. But yeah, look, the artwork looks excellent. Oh, where do you go? Come back. Artwork just looks excellent. Look at that. Magazine 472. I know it's silly, Judge crossing over with Rogue Trooper, but kind of fun at the same time. This must be Fiends of the Eastern Front. Man, that's really nice artwork. If I lived in England, I would probably just buy this and read it on the loo, right? That would probably be the way to go. I think the idea of exploring North Society in Rogue Trooper was really great. Star Trek stuff, I am not interested in any way, shape, or form. I believe there's probably a landfill with these things. Oh no, that came out early enough that people still thought it would be quite good. I don't see them selling shit now. I'm sorry, I just don't. Patty, I don't care about any of this stuff. I don't care about don't. Season of the Witch. Will this be any good? Right? I don't know. I don't. Look, was it Scarlet Witch show, whatever it's called, WandaVision, wasn't bad. Wasn't like the nails on a chalkboard. That really started with Winter Soldiers, I believe. Was it Falcon and Winter Soldier? That really was. And she looks kind of hot, so that's a good thing. I don't know. I maybe I'll watch the first episode. It looks like it's going to be better than all the other Marvel shows put together. And this guy's also in it. Okay, whatever. Okay, more on this. Man, this is a long feature. And again, why? If you're going to have Colin Farrell play the Penguin, can't he look like either Colin Farrell or the Penguin? I will probably watch the first episode of this as well, right? And see, when's it coming out? It's oh wow, it's coming out in 2 weeks. I would check it out. I would totally check it out. Why is it not on HBO Max though? That's so weird. It's not on HBO Max or Max, whatever it is. Wasn't it made for there? Yeah, this I'm actually kind of looking forward to. I like Beetlejuice. Goes with the moss, baby. It all looks good. Like honestly, and it's got a very negative reviews from woke people, right? Because it's misogynistic. So I'm like, well, isn't that what the character is? Silent Killers, the director of Hollywood's Speak No Evil remake on... I don't have no idea. Don't care. And it's out next week, whatever it is. And again, I wish I cared about this because I really liked Daryl Dixon. And somehow is in Paris now. I find that kind of interesting. I mean, like an interesting take on the Walking Dead. They just killed it with the war with the what they called again with the Negan War. Now tripods, man, I love tripods. 40 years. I was a member of the Tripod Appreciation Society, the League of Free Men. We had it only ever had like 100 members. Probably didn't even break 100. And it was always in this. They had the meetings in a small little town hall or something, not town hall, like church hall or something. It was on the other side of London, but they had one event which was the league. What was it? The escape to the White Mountains, where it was over like this large part of countryside. You had to do a ramble. And then there were like life-size tripod cutouts that would try and get. It was kind of like a LARPing board game, right? Man, 40 years. Wow, I'm kind of amazed. And but the thing is, if you ever go back and rewatch it, it's not very. I mean, especially that first season. The first season is 13 episodes long, and they could easily have squeezed that into a two-hour telly movie, right? But yeah, again, this is when they weren't making Doctor Who, so they put a bunch of resources into this, all for nothing. Well, kind of it was, right? Is this out yet? Back in 2004, New Zealand fan Chris Jones joined the Tripods fan club. Adrian J. Andrews, I remember that, right? And is it Adrian J. Andrews? Hang on. Tripods fan club. League of Free Men. Wow, they're still there. Is it the same people? Blimey. Is this the same people? I do not know. Did they say who the guy in charge of the group is? Wow, there's 494 members. I'm somewhat amazed. So I guess this book is out now. Oh no, it comes out on the 15th, but 10 days from now. John Shackley, Jim Baker, Sari Sill, Robin Hayter, Ken Freeman, and Richard Bates. Richard Bates is still alive? Blimey. The producer? I'm amazed. I am genuinely amazed. I don't know. But yeah, look, I quite like tripods, right? I thought it, and the special effects in it were excellent, right? They were way better than Doctor Who, and it was the year they were off, right? And they had this like the second season they went through a tour. You went through this flying tour of the Tripods Sci-Fi City. And that's why you have that incredible opening for Trial of the Time Lord with the space station where you like moved around it. That was it was exactly the same crew, and it came from there. I used to love how they were lit up inside. Again, I think really solid effects. That don't look so bad today. It's a reasonably boring. Hopefully, we're going to get to this. If we don't get to this today, we'll get to this on Saturday. More Russell T Davies. Oy vey. Russell, mate, it's shit, okay? This has really worked out very badly. Ride to Destiny. Why are they doing a thing with Silver Nemesis? I always say season 25 is 3 absolutely fantastic all-time classics and Silver Nemesis. Well, I do like the cyber costumes and the cyber gun. Cybermen, Dark Arts, Spaceships, Social Workers, Doctor Who's 25th anniversary, Silver Nemesis, headed to Blu-ray. It will always be the wild card on my CV, writer Kevin Clark says. It really wasn't such a terrible script. I think it could have been like really whipped into shape. I'm looking forward to seeing the new version of it. I still think it's funny when they did the Happiness Patrol at the BFI, they showed them the original cut. People were pissed off. People pissed off royally. So there's a book here. I don't know anything about it. Couldn't tell you anything. And now we're on to the reviews. Fine. So before we get into reviews, right? Before we get into reviews, I think it's better that we bring somebody else in where we look at contemporary things, see what's going on. It's always a good idea. Normally, I like to get somebody of a higher bent than me, somebody of royal blood. Sadly, today, all I can find for you is a bit of Dusty Snatch. I don't know what's up with that, but let's find out. Here's Dusty Snatch. Have you considered some kind of wiping?
Yeah, I've got an ointment which
yes.
to apply liberally.
Dusty is very strange. I mean,
yes,
sticky, gloopy, dusty. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds like some sort of dodgy stripper from Norfolk or something.
Yeah, who when she pulls her knickers off, a hobnob falls out. Right, it's not good.
Good evening. Yes, here at last. Having fun? What's going on?
So many things. So many things I'm not going to get to. Right.
I've just realised. I think the last time I came on your show, because it's been a couple of weeks. The last time I came on here, we upset a few people, didn't we?
Was it there? What did we do?
That writer from DWM. Great big melt.
Meltdown.
Let's see if we can do it again.
Look. I think the basic point is it's fine if you want to have weird sex stuff, but can we have a place without weird sex stuff as well? That was really my point, right? And they're like, what? Me dressing up in heels, putting on huge fake boobs and makeup? Why do you call that weird sex stuff? It's totally normal. No, it's not.
It was also bloody disingenuous.
I know these people are.
I wouldn't mind, but he'd call the article something like, "hot chicks" or something like that.
It was something like that. Yeah. Who cares? Anyway, would you like to peruse the reviews before we move on?
Let's peruse. I love a perusal.
SFX magazine. There we go. They've actually pointed out a couple of things I'm really excited about this week. Firstly, This is coming out in November, I think. This looks crazy. Vincent Price's legendary TV cooking show. I got to get that. That looks crazy.
No, I have seen a clip from this, but I've.
It's like listening to what's his name, Christopher Lee's heavy metal album, right? It's just weird.
I was just thinking to myself, is it like as if Peter Cushing was a darts commentator? Is it that kind of thing? But yeah,
I don't know. But wouldn't that be great if he was? I think it'd be fantastic. By the way, female darts players are being fined for not playing against chicks with dicks. I'm like, really? I'm like, why are you still holding out on this? It's a weird world we live in. Anyway, let's have a look. We have Alien Romulus, which I quite liked, right? I think the first 45 minutes of it was solid. I think the rest of it was more like an Alien ride in a theme park where you got all the greatest hits of Alien.
Yes, I think that's fair.
But I thought, look, it wasn't woke shit. And I'm upset we didn't get a third Prometheus movie. And I know,
me too.
Apart from you and me, we're the only two people who like them. I love those Prometheus. It's one of the things I
am on the exact same page as you with this. We reviewed it on the Spacebook, on my second channel, the Spacebook, a couple of weeks ago. Myself and Ian, Simon, a few of the Type 40 people, and we got on Culture Casino as well, our mate Culture. He was on, and I found it. They were a frigging tough crowd. My friends over there.
I liked it a lot more. He was the most positive.
Yeah, he was my wingman. But yeah, the way I feel about it is very similar to you. I mean, there's a lot. I mean, Simon was of the belief that just because it's not woke, that doesn't mean we should rave about it. But
he's right in that, I think.
The principle is quite correct, but I had a really good time at the cinema watching this. It really did take me away.
It was a fun movie. I'm not sure which is more. Which is better, this or Alien Isolation, which is the game written by Dan Abnett. Have you ever played that?
No, people tell me about it all the time, but me not being a gamer.
Fantastic! It's worth getting an old PS3 to play on PS2, whatever the lowest grade. It's worth it. It is, and they apparently did a VR version, but I'm too scared to play that. I'll be shitting myself.
Several people have told me this is unmissable. I'd have been happy to have had the third and final part of Ridley's origin trilogy as well.
One or two more movies, I can't remember.
I believe it was meant to be one, but Ridley's a curious chap, isn't he? You know, he changes his mind on stuff a lot.
But it was a really interesting story that I was like sucked into. Right, I like the whole story of David, the Michael Fassbinder android, right, who went on to create the aliens. Right, I thought that was a really interesting.
I was certainly invested enough to want to see it through to its conclusion, should we say? Right. You know, it was strange.
I enjoyed watching both of them in the cinema. Again, it took me. I think if anybody hates it, they should probably go back and rewatch it, because I have found movies from before the age of woke, before 2016, right? Even bad ones are so
have aged well.
Try watching X-Men Last Stand, the third X-Men movie, which we all said was shit at the time.
Oh, okay, yeah, I haven't seen that for a long time.
It's a solid movie that you don't look at your phone while it's on. Right, it's a genuinely solid movie. We'll just
take fun. All ends up. Where do SFX score Alien Romulus, mate? I can't quite make it out from here.
3.5 out of 5, which I think is fair.
Yeah, that's what I gave it.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Substance something with Demi Moore. I don't know. I can live without. Strange Darling. Don't know any about. And Broken Bird. None of these things interest or appeal to me in any way, shape, or form. What's your thoughts on Agatha All Along?
I wouldn't touch that with a barge pole, even though there's a couple of fit birds in it.
It doesn't really have. I mean, it's got Aubrey Plaza in it, but I get a feeling that Marvel really wants to turn things around. They fired all their woke producers. I don't know if it won't be woke, but it won't be appeal to me at all. But
it depends how deep into production that was before they decided to make a U-turn, because obviously they've hired Terry Matalas to make the Vision series.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Star Trek would not pick up his Paramount would not pick up his Star Trek show, so he's gone elsewhere. Understandably, he's gone elsewhere.
Yeah,
he's driving the Vision. He's going to be. I think he's writing the majority of it, and he's directing some. He's the showrunner of it too. So I've got hope for the Vision. That'll be. I can't see anything tempting me back before the Vision. Let's put it that way.
All right. Look, again, he's solid talent. So this really intrigues me. Megalopolis. It's by Francis Ford Coppola, who's had two careers. One where he just made things that are brilliant, and the second career which has been shit. So everything he's done has not worked. Do you know anything about this movie?
I saw a poster which was quite arresting. Hasn't it got the bloke out of Star Wars in it, the ugly guy?
Yeah. Hey, do you
Adam Driver. Yes, please.
Here, let me pull it up. Over here, I believe. No. Oh, here you go. Doink.
Don't let the now destroy the forever.
So don't drop acid before you go and see this movie is my recommendation right now. Okay,
only during.
Only during.
True genius is often misunderstood.
Who's in that voiceover? Is that Lawrence Fishburne?
I think it was a darts commentator. Funnily enough, like I said, it could be.
Let me go again.
Is often misunderstood.
Yeah, it's Lawrence Fishburne. So this is clever because nobody knows how to sell this movie, right?
Yeah.
And I guess they're putting all the bad reviews. How do you call Godfather a sloppy, self-indulgent movie? Really? Self-indulgent, maybe sloppy? No. Okay, I think it's my favorite movie of all time. I really hated it. What do you think of his Dracula with what's the name, Anthony Hopkins? As,
I mean, this is the one that I remember. This is the first one of these that I remember coming out, and it's quite right. Everybody hated this film at the time. I saw it at the cinema and thought it was absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, I liked it as well.
I haven't, if I'm honest, I haven't been back to it that often. I think I've seen it twice since at the most.
Okay,
But it's great.
This isn't the best part of it. I like Gary Oldman as a Dracula. I like the whole thing. But one of the best parts of it is Winona Ryder running through a garden at night, very backlit, right? And she's clearly not wearing anything underneath this very see-through, flouncy white gown she's wearing.
Absolutely.
One of the greatest scenes. Oh,
Winona delivers every time.
Yes, it was. Yes, it's making dry cleaners happy wherever they go.
One filmmaker has always been ahead of his time.
Go.
Now, from visionary writer and director Francis Ford Coppola.
So they're really selling it as Coppola back on his A game. So
I like the look of this.
Yeah.
Comes an event nothing can prepare you for.
Imagine today's society as a branch of civilization about to reach a dead end.
Man, I'm gonna have to see this on my own. My wife will never sit through this. I mean, I'm hoping we might get to go and see Beetlejuice together, but this, no way.
Is this way we're living the only one that's available to us? My plan is a city that people...
Wait, was that Aubrey Plaza?
This looks really good.
That is Aubrey Plaza, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, again, she's one of the reasons that I'm like not completely dismissive of Agatha all along.
Yeah, I was surprised. I was surprised to see her in the cast list for that. Not only because she seemed to be off doing other things, but also for a major studio like Marvel to cast her quite a small part in a show that's probably going to be shit seems like a waste of good Aubrey Plaza to me. But maybe she'll end up doing.
Disney do love to waste good resources. I mean,
they do.
Look at everything else they touched.
It's a city that people can dream about.
Megalopolis.
What about those standing in your way?
Wait, is that what's the name?
That's that tart out of Game of Thrones, isn't it? Yeah, I love her.
She is gold. Have you ever seen the movie, Christmas movie, Last Train to Christmas? With what's the name? What's he called again?
Michael Sheen.
There you go. Wolf. You got it. Wolf Twat. You got it straight away. Michael Sheen. Quite good. Anyway, she's in it again. She's fantastic.
Yeah, she's gorgeous. Didn't recognise her with the top on though. She spends most of Game of Thrones with her tits out.
No, actually, here's the thing. There was one scene, like in season 5 or something, but it was so awesome you just never forgot it. Right? It's always top of mind.
Way.
Power to the people!
You like it the way it is.
People don't need dreams. People need help now.
Don't let the now destroy the forever.
We're in need of a great debate about the future. Enjoy the show.
1, 2, 3. Yippee yay.
It could be epically awful, right? But it could be really quite. I don't know.
The reason why I'm far more excited now about seeing films like this, it's such a big swing because you're quite right. This could be a massive pile of shit. But if it's not, it's going to be either one or two things: a massive pile of S or absolutely fantastic. No middle ground. And I would rather go into a movie feeling like that's. I don't want to be going into a film where I'm going to be served something that's sort of lukewarm. I want something that's going to go for it. Win or bust, and that's what this looks like to me.
Well, yeah, it's the same thing with Rebel Moon, which I watched the extended edition of, like and I just couldn't start the second one because look, there's a lot about it that's wonderful, a lot about it that's really good, great world building, looks fantastic, but there's some of this dialogue is most of the dialogue is epically.
Yeah, the dialogue was crap, and I enjoyed it, but I agree the dialogue was mostly terrible.
What Zack Snyder needs to do is graft himself to Grant Morrison. Grant Morrison wants a film TV career, right? Zack Snyder needs a good writer, right? If he took the ideas of Rebel Moon and rewrote it, it would have been brilliant, right? It would have been fantastic. But Zach, baby, you don't listen to me. What can I do? Shia LaBeouf, what? John Voight, bloody hell. Man, Dustin Hoffman.
There's still so much to accomplish, but is there time? Wait. Go.
Francis Ford Coppola's Megalopolis.
I'm going to give that a go. Right, I'm going to give that a go.
I think I'm going to try that as well. Yeah. Heaven help me. I'm feeling somewhat rallied by the fact that I went to the cinema for the first time in 2.5 years to see Alien and had a really good time with it. So yeah, I'm getting back into the swing now of going to the cinema.
The trouble is that the cinema should be a working class art form, right? It should be a place that it should be cheap to go to.
I agree.
And it should be just fun. It should be a good night out, right? And it's lost its way for that. Borderlands looks awful, and by Eli Roth, blimey, poor guy. Jamie Lee Curtis, just looks awful. Matt Smith is Matt Smith and the bird from Game of Thrones, not Game of Thrones. Lord of the Rings. They're in the movie together.
I think Starvaker does look good, but I wouldn't see that in the cinema. That's a streaming movie, really.
Streaming movie. Although I kind of felt the same way about Deadpool versus Wolverine. I thought that really works as a streaming movie. There we go. So I'm just started this. I got to finish this now. Chaos, which is it's really weird. It's a.
Is this the one with Jeff Goldblum in it?
Yeah, they're right here. Jeff Goldblum plays Zeus in a world where there's a pantheon of gods, but it's in the modern day. It's like what the Greek god culture would have been like. Terminator Zero. I watched the first episode. And it was pretty good. I just don't like cartoons, generally speaking. But
yeah, I'm definitely going to give that a go.
House of Dragons people. I didn't like season 2. I
haven't even, to my shame, I haven't even started it yet. I love season 1. I've been meaning to get on this, just haven't had time.
I hear what you're saying. Walking Dead, I am totally out of. Umbrella Academy, I'm totally out of. And it's only getting such a good rating because it's got Elliot Page in it, right? Who, what's this? Love, Death, and Apocalypse, Pain in Spain, mainly deranged. Okay, so Spanish movies from the 90s. Okay, The Deliverance, no interest whatsoever. Chronicles of Riddick, that's always fun. But again,
I enjoyed that.
I'll watch it. The Vordalak Tolstoy story. What the hell is that?
Oh, that just looks like schlocky sort of artsy, schlocky shit, doesn't it?
That was adapted from the Mario Brothers 1963 anthology. Okay, whatever. Nothing that's appealing to me.
Adapted by the Mario Brothers. Well, that's going to be good.
Well, yes.
Couple of plumbers right in your film.
Who can resist? Boris Karloff, Christopher Lee, Ian Ogilvy, and Barbara Steele. What is this? A bunch of 60s movies, 3 60s movies. Not Hammer, but Hammer-ish.
Oh, this is Tygon. Yeah, the 88 films are releasing all these gradually, bit by bit, everything that Tygon ever made. So it seems, I'm going to get some of these. I'm not quite sure which ones. I'm going to have to be sparing, I think. But I like all those.
None of these things I recognize or really are interested in, frankly. Hostile Dimension. This looks like the best thing.
Hostile Dimension.
Is that the woman from Peep Show? Dobby? I don't know.
It could be.
Could be. What's coming out here? A Boy and the Heron. Don't know. Sasquatch. I don't know. Sting. Oh, the Sting. There you go. Oh, is it Sting as in the Sting? No, it's just Sting. and the Watch. By the way, I watched the first 20 minutes of the Watchmen cartoon. Awful. Just epically awful.
You were looking forward to it weren't you, as well?
Yeah. All it does is make you realize how good the Zack Snyder version is. Right? It's just epically awful.
At first, I've got to be honest, at first I was not going to watch it. And then I saw that Straczynski had adapted it. I thought, well, this could be okay after all, because he's a good writer and he's adapted lots of things.
But the animation is okay. The performances are stilted. The live action version is much better. Oh, man, look at this. You got a book of all the artwork for the Choose Your Own Adventure stuff.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I love all those.
Really fun. I got a similar art book of the Doctor Who New Adventure covers.
The one that David that Tell Us Books put out.
Yeah, that was good. And this looks pretty good. Do I know how much this is? I don't know. And I also got the Total Recall, the official story of the film. Might be good. I don't know.
It's an interesting. We reviewed that recently on my second channel as well, and there's a big story behind it. So that would probably be quite interesting.
If it's an honest book, right? If it's like a whitewash book, then it's not.
Yeah.
Right. Bullet Time, Doctor Who, Death and Stars. No interest. Zero interest in anything with the current era. Like, I'm amazed how not interested I am. And the Bonnie Langford book. It's Bonnie Langford.
Yeah.
Rainer,
the Bonnie. I mean, that's a nice thing for Bonnie Langford to sign at conventions. I think.
Yes, exactly.
I think that's where it ends, really. And I think I'm very fond of Bonnie Langford, and I want only nice things for her, but I'm not expecting much.
Bonnie Langford is the herald of doom for Doctor Who. Whenever she's on Doctor Who, it's going to be the worst Doctor Who ever.
We're usually about 10 episodes away from cancellation.
I mean, I was talking earlier that I think that season 3 is really looking more iffy. What do you want there, Whitey? Having a look around. I think season 3 is looking more and more iffy. I know that they've intended it. Everything I'm getting from Disney is like, if it does well on season 2, we'll think about it. And I just don't think it's going to do well on season 2. I think it's going to do worse in season 2.
There's so much conflation in this discussion. But and it's not our fault as fans. It's perfectly natural. But there's so much conflation because there are so many parties involved. So it's case, okay, so who's out? Who hasn't committed to what? When? Because we don't really know. It's very difficult because the only quotes that we've got are kind of, they're not press releases. They're people speaking in a very kind of roundabout way. Right. And so we kind of have to speculate on the cracks in the pavement in some respects.
Fandom has always done. I'm not going to have time to get to it tonight, but there's a big attack going on the Fandom Menace. Well, it's still called Fandom Menace. On
an attack?
What?
Is there? An attack on those kind of top tier channels. Yeah,
it's a legacy media attack. You haven't been on Twitter for today, have you?
Well, no, I haven't. I certainly haven't had time. I certainly haven't seen this. So what's been going on? Because I can't believe it. You can tell me.
This is a. This is a.
I mean, I can believe that certain characters may have a few skeletons in the closet, but not Gary Beekler. Not only is he completely transparent about everything.
They're lying, right? They're lying.
Oh, okay.
A handful of YouTube. It's essentially that the Acolyte got cancelled, and the only reason it could possibly be cancelled because of right-wing racist review bombing.
Oh,
and actually here, we'll watch the news.
Yes, please. This is new to me.
Okay, one second. Let me pull it up.
Oh, this new volume of the Ultimates from Marvel looks absolutely shocking. By the way, I'm not going anywhere near that.
I mean, look, the Brian Hitch one was fantastic.
Yeah, but it was awesome. They should never try and touch that again.
Yeah, you are right. Where is it? Oh, here we go. Doink. Let's look at this news item.
Number of users are exploiting their platforms to spread hate.
Leslie Jones was subjected to incredibly vicious attacks on Twitter.
No, she wasn't.
It was unbelievably shit, right?
Yeah. The movie was shit. She was shit in it. What are they supposed to say?
What's it? Ghostbusters isn't the first to have an ape in it. Now, look.
To be fair, that is awful to say something like that.
Racist.
That's really nasty. I wasn't on Twitter. I didn't join it till a couple of years ago. So that is horrendous.
This is from 10 years ago. Like,
Yeah.
it's ridiculous, right? And also, I'm not convinced that referring to a black person as an ape is racist, right? I'm not. I can see how it would be.
I don't know. I think it's pretty racist.
Well, it depends. It's like, what was it? Roseanne Barr. She compared Valerie Jarrett, who was a Trump advisor, a Obama advisor, to, she said, like an ape on steroids or something, right? And look, in my mind, when I say an ape, it doesn't occur to me to that's like, well, that's not a black person. Like, I don't see.
No, I mean, I can't remember exactly what Roseanne said, but I think it was there were several sort of points to join in between. But
right.
To me, with this, there's pretty much no connective dot. It's like, it's to me, that is out and out racism. I mean, I thought that woman was shocking in that film. And every time I've seen her speak for herself, either literally or through a social media platform, she comes across as being, I hate to say it, a really nasty piece of work. With a huge ego, but
tend to attract nasty bits.
Yeah, like attracts like.
But
for the most part.
Again, like they're complaining that the movie failed because of racism. No.
Vicious attacks on Twitter.
I don't say anything I don't believe, but of course I do say things in a way that is going to elicit a response.
Okay, he's not even working for Breitbart. And this is like,
and he's nothing to do with the culture war.
Oh, wait a second. They're going to get to it.
People sparking outrage, spraying vitriol at men.
He hates Trump, right? It's like this is how old this is.
And helping to legitimize a movement of negativity growing on the internet.
There has been.
There. Now we're up back to present day. This is Amanda, whatever her name is, having a rant that showed.
I mean, look at her face. This person, she's little more than a child herself.
Yeah,
you can see she's not reached. She may be like 18 or something. I don't know, but you can see she's not got much between her ears with the best will in the world. She just needs somebody to dust her down and say, "Look, love, you're in this really shit show. You're probably crap in it, but we'll get you something else. Everything will be fine," or dust yourself down and move on. But no, she's got to get on her phone and play the old soldier. Somebody, a parent, a manager, should be saying, "Pull yourself together, you silly tart."
Yeah, well, they can't tell her anything, can they? But they had to put out these quotes from Leslie Jones from 8 years ago, which were legitimately racist, and now somehow conflate that with well, let's see.
A rampage of vitriol that we have faced since the show was even announced.
It's been shit. I'm sorry. It's been unwatchable shit.
And well, more to the point, I mean, even if there was antagonism directed it was directed against the show and never at that young woman that I saw. If she took it that way, then that's, then her management shouldn't they should have had the wisdom to see that brand of programming was falling out of favour. It's nothing personal again. It's terrible that if she genuinely feels that way. I don't like seeing kids go through this stuff, but you can't blame Gary or Ryan or anybody else. They got to call it as it is, because if it wasn't for content creators like this, people would waste their money on Disney Plus subscriptions.
No, you know what? They wouldn't. They just wouldn't even bother. They people find something else. They wouldn't even bother.
It's all quite clearly an exercise in running defence for the mainstream media by objectifying these guys, by making them into bogeymen, as if they're not allowed to have their opinions, only their in-house reviewers at whatever channel this is that's made this news item.
How is this vitriol and hate saying Disney Star Wars fans are desperate to get people to watch? They are. It's not hate at all.
That's the concept.
That makes sense.
This is what the Acolyte exists for. It's not here for story. It's not here to build the lore. For crying out loud, look at the cast right here. This cast was made for having as little white males as possible.
That's 100% true. And
it does look
when you say it. What?
It does seem true. I mean, I was that disinterested in this. As soon as I saw the synopsis for what it was about, I'm fucking out. And so, to be honest, apart from, I'd seen the girl who leads it before, and I know that the woman whose name escapes me from The Matrix is also in it. But other than that, because I have no idea who else is in it. But, there she is, Carrie Ann Moss, that's quite right. but I couldn't have told you who else was in it. I've never seen the cast list before.
Again, how is this racist? They're like, this is the reason they're freaking out, because they kept saying it's queer stories, it's non-white stories, it's not no patriarchy. They kept saying that this is what they said, and then when you say it back to them, they have a meltdown. And the reason they're melting down is because the show completely failed, crashed, and burned. That's what's going on.
It's cast.
You know, Lucasfilm, you know, the retarded Avengers assemble over there, backing each other up.
Racists do stick together.
He accused.
I've never liked Friday Night. And then Milo Yiannopoulos from 2016. Like, you are clutching at straws, right?
Because I remember this guy, and I know was a bit of a provocateur. I don't know what he's doing now, but I don't remember him being involved in media in the same way that such as Jeremy would be, for example. I don't think I ever read a film review by Milo Yiannopoulos. You know, I don't know what they're trying to attach.
They're trying to paint any criticism as racist. That's what they're trying to do. And how is this racist? If at first you don't succeed because your work is terrible and their work was terrible, play the victim. Everybody gets hate mail. Okay, how is that? Let's see where they go.
Jones of playing the victim.
Actress Amanda Stenberg playing the victim card.
They can do nothing other than play the victim. Amanda Stenberg,
it's basically true, which is what this whole piece is. This is about them playing the victim.
adult pretender.
Pathological, sociopathic, feminist liars in popular culture.
Almost like she's fucking lying through her teeth. And it would be one thing if we actually saw.
Who would ever heard anybody in Hollywood lying through their teeth?
I bet you're crying more than white men now. Good luck finding your identity. Maybe you find it one day. You're not
I have no idea what that even means, right?
No?
Some evidence of this, right? If we actually saw some of the...
Okay, was it? Cancel the... Again, how is that racist?
I don't even know what Reagan means, to be fair.
You're trans delusional. The acolyte sucks. Hope you never get casted again. Okay, I mean, again...
It's not very pleasant, but it's not, I mean...
Yes, for your interview and your racist dig at all white people. Fuck you. Well, she does think she hates white people.
Right? If we actually saw some of this shit she's talking about. But no, this is just gaslighting.
These are terrible, talentless people that we are instructed that we must like unless... Then the sort of subtext is, if you don't like them, you're some kind of bigot somehow.
Terrible performance, her attitude, driving away fans, anything like that. No, it's everyone else's fault and they're racist and they just hate me because I'm black. It's all like...
Well, that guy's right. Whoever that is is talking now. He's completely right.
That's exactly what this is doing right now.
So vapid and narcissistic.
It is the most kind of narcissistic, lack of self-awareness.
And she's still bitching about oppressors. You've never been oppressed in your goddamn life, you bitch.
Look at that. They got a Derek Chauvin George Floyd memorial.
But also every single
obviously you've got to be careful. I don't know Ryan. I mean, he's a friend of a friend. I know he's very successful. I mean, you've got to be, in all fairness, you've got to be careful when you make statements like that, because that's borderline personal. Because we don't know the background of...
Yeah, those things are going to come and bite you on. But, look, here's the thing. I don't want people attacking you genuinely. I don't like being attacked for being disingenuous.
Race of people.
I would imagine they'd probably have to scour this stream for something, because, I know, again, Ryan's a big character, but I don't think he's... I've never got the impression that he's a racist.
No, exactly.
Has been enslaved and discriminated against and oppressed in some way throughout our entire history. The only people that can't get over it seems to be black people.
I am not a racist, though I'm frequently told that I am one. But I am in favor of oppressing whatever the fuck this is, because...
Geeks and gamers, archaic and neurotic. Hate should not be a career path. This is the campaign.
That is, I do know the guy who was just speaking, Little Platoon. I've had him on mine. He's a really nice guy, and the idea. So they're trying to push a campaign to pressure people, to pressure YouTube to demonetize all of those gentlemen.
I'm joining a call for Team YouTube to demonetize and constantly spread hate and harassment in their video. It's because the Acolyte was cancelled. That's the only reason, right?
Seems that way.
The entire... Oh, sorry. Wasn't even showing the page. Hang on. There. I'm joining the... It's because the Acolyte was cancelled. That was it. and they saw it as a loss. And they can't accept loss.
No! Do you think it's hurt them financially more than they'll ever admit, or is it just, or is it purely a case of bruised egos?
That wasn't hurting them financially. That's way worse. Like that's a step too far. So we're going to wear comic. I'm just not interested in.
I've got a certain amount of sympathy for that young actress because, as I've said, she's very, very young. But it's those narratives. It's got to end, and just lashing out at people like any of those guys it's not going to fool anybody for a moment.
No, it's not meant to fool people. It's meant to validate people. If you're like a Trump derangement syndrome crazy leftist who thinks all white people are intrinsically racist and they're just looking for reasons to then it validates them, which is what it exists for. This actually looks quite fun as well. Stingray Comics Anthology, Tales from the Depths. That looks fun.
Yeah, it's lovely that those sort of strips and collections are coming out for whichever franchise people are interested in, because the people who bought them the first time, we remember them from their youth. They're all knocking on now, and it's if not now, then when?
Exactly. Although this is the second time I've ordered the Doctor Who backup strips, and it still hasn't arrived. So I'm hoping that comes in the next few days. So I'm really into that. You know what I wish they would do? I wish they would publish like Look-In, but they would do it in like by time, right? You do like 1983 January to June.
Big compendiums.
There
was two books that came out around 12 years ago. I bought them both. One just based, it was Look in the 70s and then Look in the 80s. Big hardback books. There were a nice mix of comic strips and old posters and fact files and things. They were really nice. But I think there could be a whole line of those. And there've been editions of some of the strips, like the Tomorrow People strips are all being collected at the moment.
Right. See, I like the anthology nature of it. And if you could put the old ads in as well, that just like completely.
I'm absolutely with you. I love the ads as well.
Yeah. What's this? Caroline BFL saying at the South Bank? Is this an experience? What is it? A practitioner stop motion photography? It's an exhibition about stop motion.
Oh, okay.
Caroline, that looks like. If I lived in London, I would go. And landmarks. I'm always bad at these quizzes. Then next month coming out on October 3rd, the Halloween issue, right? And then
Halloween again. Jeez.
Back to that. I know. Things whiz round. And Beetlejuice. And Time Traveling Almanac. I have no idea what it is. Don't care. No idea what it is. Never will. Right.
Another toilet book to put on your Christmas list. This is the kind of thing your cousin or your auntie buys you.
I would rather get the Total Recall book or the Finding Fantasy book. My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.